In this lesson, we'll learn how to write series in sigma notation. Remember, in the previous lesson, we discussed about the sigma notation. We said we have this symbol, which is sigma, the Greek letter that denotes summation or addition. And then in front of this sigma symbol, we have our general term. Let me just put the general term that we used in our previous lesson. So we said 2n plus 3, like that. That's the general term. And then here we have the number that we substitute into the general term, okay, which is 1. When I'm saying n is equal to 1, then means the first number to substitute to get your first term will be 1. And then let's say if you have 6 there, that's the last number to substitute into the general term. Okay, right. Now, when given a series like this, then how do you write it in this form? That's what we want to learn in this lesson. I'm going to give you just a few steps to follow, and then after that we go to examples. Right? So when writing series in sigma notation, the following steps may be used. You may use this. Okay? Find the general term for the series. You may be using the formula, maybe let's say for the arithmetic sequence formula or geometric sequence formula, or even just by inspection. And then write the general term after the sigma symbol, meaning that to the right of the sigma symbol, write your general term. And then find the numbers above and below the sigma symbol, meaning find this number and also find this number. Right, let's do example 1. So what do we need to do here? We need to find our general term. Check your sequence. What type of a sequence is it? This is an arithmetic sequence. So let's find the general term for an arithmetic sequence. We use Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1d. And then the difference there, the common difference is 3. A is 11. So Tn is equal to 11 plus n minus 1 times 3. Then we have Tn is equal to 11 plus 3n minus 3 after distributing 3 there. Let's simplify that. Tn is equal to 3n plus 8. So we can write this in front of the sigma symbol. That's our general term. We need to find the number below the sigma symbol and the number above the sigma symbol. Let's start with the number below the sigma symbol. That will come from our first term. What is our first term? That's 11. So we substitute 11 into the general term. 11 is equal to 3n plus 8. And then we subtract 8 from both sides of the equation. 3 is equal to 3n, meaning that n is equal to 1. So it means that's our number below the sigma symbol, n is equal to 1. Right? And then the number above the sigma symbol, that will come from our last term. So 26 is equal to 3n plus 8. Subtract 8 from both sides of the equation. What do you get? 18 is equal to 3n, meaning that n is equal to 6. So the number above the sigma symbol is 6. So we have written this series in sigma notation. We have written this series in sigma notation. Right, let's go to example 2. Right, let's check this series. This is geometric. So we're going to use the formula for geometric sequences to find the general term. Tn is equal to A times r to the power n minus 1. Our first term is 4 and our r is 2. So Tn is equal to 4 times 2 to the power n minus 1. Right. Then we can simplify this because this is Tn is equal to 2 squared 2 to the power n times 2 to the power negative 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, so we remove Tn is equal to 2 times 2 to the power n. So that's the general term. So we can write this general term in front of the sigma symbol, 2 times 2 to the power n. Now we need to find the number below the sigma symbol and the number above the sigma symbol. So our number below the sigma symbol will come from the first term. So where there's Tn, we put 4. So it becomes 4 is equal to 2 times 2 to the power n, divided by 2 on both sides of the equation. And then we get 2 is equal to 2 to the power n, then 2 to the power 1 is equal to 2 to the power n is equal to 1. So it means here we have n is equal to 1. Then just find the number above the sigma symbol. Will come from the last term. So 64 is equal to 2 times 2 to the power n, divided by 2 on both sides of the equation. 32 is equal to 2 to the power n. Then 2 to the power 5 is equal to 2 to the power n. Therefore, n is equal to 5. So the top number will be 5. So this is this series in sigma notation. Let's do example 3. Right, what type of a sequence is this? This is quadratic. 11 minus 6, that is 5. 18 minus 11, that is 7. 27 minus 18, that is 9. 38 minus 27, that is 11. Then 2, 2, 2. So that is quadratic. So we need to find the general term. General term for a quadratic sequence is Tn is equal to a n squared plus bn plus c. Let's find a. We equate this to 2a. So we say 2a is equal to 2, meaning that a is equal to 1. The first term of the first difference is 3a plus b. So it becomes 3a plus b is equal to 5. But a is equal to 1. So 3 times 1 plus b is equal to 5. Meaning that b is equal to 2. Then you get the first term of the quadratic sequence 2a plus b plus c. So a plus b plus c is equal to 6. A is equal to 1. B is equal to 2 plus c is equal to 6. This is 3. So therefore c is equal to 6 minus 3, which is 3. Therefore the general term will be Tn is equal to n squared plus 2n plus 3. Meaning that for our sigma notation, we're going to have, let me write it here, n squared plus 2n plus 3. Now we need to find the number below the sigma notation. So this will come from the 6. So where there is Tn, we put 6. So it's going to be 6 is equal to n squared plus 2n plus 3. Then 0 is equal to n squared plus 2n minus 3. And then the factors, let's factorize this. 0 is equal to n plus 3, n minus 1. Okay, right? So meaning that n is equal to negative 3, which is not applicable. N must be a natural number. So therefore, n is equal to 1. So the n is equal to 1. Then the number above sigma symbol should come from the last term. So it becomes 38 is equal to n squared plus 2n plus 3. 0 is equal to n squared plus 2n, then minus 35. Then the factors will be positive 7 and negative 5. N is equal to negative 7, not applicable. And remember, n must be a natural number. So n is equal to 5. So it means the number above the sigma symbol is 5. Right? That's that. So it means this series is just the same as this. We have written this series in sigma notation. Right, let's do example 4. Example 4 should be easy because if you check, this series is made up of perfect squares. This is 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, 6 squared, up to 7 squared. So it's from 1 up to 7. From 1 squared up to 7 squared. And then the general term is just n squared. Okay? 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, like that. So this is the series in sigma notation.